Hi, everyone. Welcome to Joey and Friends. My name is Joey, and I'm here with one of my friends, Roni Shasamni.
Hello.
Good to see you.
Good to see you. It has actually been a really long time, just in general.
It's been a long time, and listeners might notice there are more episodes of Joey and Friends happening.
Yes.
We've finally done it. I have less going on in my life, so I'm actually able to do podcasting.
Crazy that you have less going on, but you also have very much more going on.
I have a child now, but I have less ministry responsibilities now. So I'm dabbling a little bit more in my extracurriculars.
I liked that post you made about kind of like universal truth within the church.
Oh, did you watch it?
I did, and I think I liked it.
Thank you. It got 2 likes.
And I was
so you were one of them. You were half of the people that liked that video.
That video.
Amazing.
Very well done.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I thought a lot about it.
Yeah.
if you couldn't tell. Okay. It is America's 250th birthday.
Happy birthday, America.
America's been around for 250 years.
We are not offended that you left, but we will be demanding
Oh, that's right.
reparations
I
for the
didn't
tea.
even occur to me that I was talking to you about this. This is so funny. Literally never even crossed my mind. So do you consider yourself an outsider?
Yes.
You do? Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I literally am. I'm on a green card.
You've been here for so long.
I know.
But I know that doesn't matter, I guess.
Someone introduced me to the term like third culture, where you're like from two places, but you feel like you don't really fit into either of them anymore. And you're just this third thing.
Yes.
And that's kind of me.
Can't relate.
Yeah.
I've been in the same. I have the one culture.
I am the culture.
Okay. Well, so as an outsider, America, 250 years. How do you think it's going? I'm half kidding.
I like to liken America to an adolescent.
Oh, okay.
Like the rest of the world, it's like the only grandchild of a very mature family. And so all of the other countries, for the most part, have been
It's the only grandchild of a very mature family.
Yeah. So all the other family members are very old. And then there's just this child running around doing a thing.
Oh,
yeah.
I get it now.
Yeah.
I resonate with that.
And I'm like, wow. Because I'm not saying other countries are perfect. And there are definitely countries that are still gaining their independence, which is another topic.
Yes.
But America is much younger than like a lot of countries in Europe, which is where I'm from. And
especially like in California, it's hard to find buildings that are more than like 100 years old, which is not a lot of time. Yeah. And then you go to like East Coast, you can find buildings that are like 250 years old.
You're like, whoa.
But you go to Europe and you're like, this building is 4,000 years old. I'm exaggerating, but
when
like.
I left London, the school that I had gone to was like 125 years old.
Yeah, totally.
And so I came here and was like, 70s old?
Yeah.
Same sentence?
Yeah, 100%.
And I think going back to like my adolescent analogy, America's general character is you're known for being very boisterous and loud and proud and bright and big and bold, which is very adolescent, That's
great. I know I'm with this analogy. That makes a lot of sense.
That's what I think.
I don't think people appreciate how new the country is.
The country's so
especially
new.
if you're younger than 20 and you don't really have a concept of time.
Yeah. You're like,
because you learn it when you're like in 5th grade.
Yeah.
It's all history.
Yeah.
Like the American Revolution and 1000 BC, like there's those aren't like in separate buckets in your brain. It's just all in the like history bucket.
Yeah.
And then you get a little older and you go, oh, so something my dad told me, my dad is 1/4 the age of the country.
That's weird.
Isn't that strange?
That's uncomfy.
And he's only in his early 60s. I should know my dad's exact age. I think it's like, he's like 62, 63. Like he's in his early 60s. He does. Yeah. And only 1/4. Wow. It's strange. So, America.
That's so weird.
I know.
Yeah, no, when you push it that way, the country's very young. And
we're young.
Which also makes it's giving terrible twos, where it's like, how could you have caused this much destruction? Or like, you've done so much in such a small amount of time, and you're so young. Again, a lot of people like to say America's awful and it's done the worst things in the world, and I'm like, the earth is very old and a lot of very, very bad things have happened. So I'm not absolving other continents, countries of their stuff.
Yes.
But for how loud, proud, bold, audacious America is, and for how young they are in comparison to the rest of, especially the Western Hemisphere, that they're like put in the same bucket as, it's like, wow, made your mark.
We've done a tremendous amount in a short amount of time. Efficiency.
Impressive.
We're all about efficiency here.
Hey, it's business.
Okay, so it is the 250th anniversary birthday of America.
Yeah.
I wanted to talk about rights.
Okay.
I wanted to talk about what a right is.
Okay.
You and I are big words people. Most of our entry points into fun discussions are around words and what they mean.
Yeah.
Right is one of those words that is very difficult to define. It gets thrown out a lot. Mm-hmm. It's very commonly used, but I don't think people realize the magnitude of the word,
expansiveness of it, the definition.
or like the cosmic power behind invoking a word like that.
Yeah,
I think in a sense they do a little bit, but not. I don't know if most people have like thought it through, because I hadn't really thought about it.
I don't think I had either.
How would you? I know you have a bit of a definition prepared. Yes. How would you define the word right?
Do you want me to do my definition, or do you want me to read what I looked up on Claude?
You can read what's on Claude. Why not?
It's a little bit long.
Is Claude your AI of choice?
Yeah, it was ChatGPT, but boo ChatGPT. It's kind of weird. I don't know.
Okay.
Like Claude, a lot more. A right is an entitlement or a justified claim that a person or group holds, something they are morally or legally owed, which I would disagree with.
Okay.
The owed part, I think that wording is wrong. Which others have a corresponding duty to respect or provide.
Provide is interesting.
This is where, anyway, let me just keep reading.
Yeah, sorry.
A few key distinctions worth knowing. Moral versus legal rights. Moral rights are grounded in ethics or human dignity, existing independent of the law. Legal rights are formally recognized and enforceable by a state or institution. These overlap but don't always match. Negative versus positive rights.
Yes.
Negative rights require others to refrain from action. Don't kill me, don't censor me. Positive rights require others to provide something. Healthcare, education. This distinction is heavily debated in political philosophy. In a sense, natural versus conventional rights. Natural rights theorists argue some rights are inherent to human beings by nature or divine endowment. Conventionalists argue rights are social constructs agreed upon by communities. The word also has a narrower legal sense. A right is a legally protected interest that gives its holder standing to demand enforcement or remedy if violated.
Fascinating. Will you send me at least? You could just screenshot it, but just the first. I want to focus on that first couple sentences that you read. That's great too.
Copy paste.
Because there were so many words in that. That are just kind of like
choose something different,
taken for granted or like just assumed, right?
Yeah.
So entitlement or justified. In the word justified, we have the word just, right? So there's like a certain level of right and wrong there.
That's where the morality
claim that a person or group holds, something they are morally or legally owed.
That's
so
where
morals we're getting into.
Yeah. That's where I would choose a different word.
Okay.
I think it should be morally or legally protected. Because I am not owed my right to life. God, again, that goes into the expansiveness of like God, the cosmos, morals. I am alive. I should keep my life. Like, I think, like, other people can decide whether my life is not whatever.
Yeah.
But I think that most rights, especially like the moral ones, it's something you have that is protected from being infringed upon by people who have selfish or ulterior motives or like want personal gain or something like that.
Yes.
So again, like someone might be upset with me and they want to kill me. And it's like, I have my life. I am alive. I was born.
Yeah.
You can't take that from me just because you think my life isn't worth.
What's funny is they have the capacity to.
They have the capacity.
They have the ability to.
And they have the ability to. But if you don't have the ability to, let me rephrase this. They have the right to kill technically. But I wouldn't say they have the right to do that. I think it's a different word.
If they're on an island, if there is no government jurisdiction, it's two people, one wrongs the other.
Yes.
Does one have the right to kill the other?
Do you think that one life is worth more than another life?
I mean, I don't.
Well, that's the thing.
But that's my opinion.
I don't think correct. But
based in a biblical Christian worldview.
Correct. But also, it's like you would have one could because you get into really weird maybe eugenics territory or whatever.
What is eugenics? I think you've used this word on this podcast before, and I had to ask what it meant.
Have I?
Maybe.
Basically, it's you believe in a certain race's superiority and then do things to slow the growth of, stop the growth of, or completely annihilate.
Gotcha.
The other races and or race that you're targeting. I personally believe that every human is equal.
Yes.
Everyone is born.
Yes.
We then create in our minds hierarchies, who deserves to live and who doesn't deserve to live, based on the social constructions that we have in place, and or experiences and or traumas and or whatever.
Yeah.
So that's where I would say this person doesn't have the right to kill me. I think it's a different word, and I don't know what that word is, because I would say that a right is something that should be protected.
Yeah.
Like if someone infringed upon someone's ability to kill somebody, you'd be like, well, yes, I don't think you should kill that person.
Yes.
If you infringed upon my ability to live,
yes,
that's different. Does that make sense?
If you infringed on my ability, yes. If you withheld food from me, if you withheld resources, if you...
Or you said, actually, yeah, you deserve to die. On what basis?
Yeah.
On what grounds?
Yeah.
Like, you didn't give me life. My parents gave me life. But again, that goes into the, God thing.
Well, okay. So this is so deep.
It's so meta. We've already we're like, let's go to the definitions to slowly
walk our way there. No, I think that is why I wanted to have this conversation. I think that's why the word right is so interesting, because it means so much all at once.
Well, it's like you have right, choice, will,
ability,
opportunity. So it's like, again, rights to me, it's again things that are protected, or if there's something, for instance,
protected speaks to a group or body, a government.
Yeah, a government.
Yes.
Or well, not even just something.
If not government, who? Okay.
A
yes.
mom, over her child,
sure,
kind of thing.
A governing force.
Yeah, there's just something that deserves to be maintained.
Yes.
And if you can't do it, then someone else can.
Right.
I lost my train of thought. I was going to talk about, for instance, the right to, it's either protected or given if it's not easily accessed, but it's connected to something else. So I would say the right to life. I think everybody has everybody deserves to be healthy. Maybe deserves is a weird word, but again, if we're going based off of
deserves is
if we're going based off of the God thing, giving life, every child is a gift, blah 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 blah. If you come onto this earth, that's where the right to healthcare is. It's like, I'm not going to infringe upon your right to get the care that you need.
Yes, I'm gonna put a pin in that for later.
I was going to talk about water, because a lot of countries don't have clean water. A lot of places don't have clean water, and in that case, it would be you have the right to be given clean water. You don't already have it. It's not something that can be protected.
Well, and you identified the difference between negative rights and positive rights, which is negative rights.
Is you can't take this away from me.
Yes.
So if I already had clean water, you cannot take this away from me.
Yes.
But if I don't have clean water, I should be given clean water, because I know this word is the word we're dissecting, but let's just go with it. Yeah. Because I have the right to be healthy, to live, to it's never just just because of the sake of clean water. It's because it means something else.
If you step outside a Christian worldview, or even a theistic worldview, how do you defend the right to life?
I think that then goes that if you are not coming from a theistic worldview or any kind of religious worldview, then you do unfortunately have to defer to your culture.
Yeah.
Because that is you know, what's left, and or whatever worldview that you
or just conviction.
Conviction,
like
right.
I guess by culture you mean the conviction of a group of people.
What is socially, but then that's also very tricky because but that's also very ethnocentric of me. I was going to say a lot of cultures do things that we don't agree with and don't think is right.
Yeah.
But based on their worldviews, based on their cultural convictions, it is right.
Yeah.
For instance, like everything that's going on with the women in, I believe, Afghanistan, who just lost their rights to like speak in public, show their faces in public, all these things. A lot of people from a lot of different cultures would look at that and go, that's crazy. By their, maybe not all of them, but by their standards, most of the culture, they would say, this is how we feel we should function as people. Yeah. Thus, the way we are operating should be maintained. Yeah. So that's where it gets tricky, you know, when you're either observing somebody else's culture or you're not coming from one specific worldview.
You have to, it has to come from somewhere. Yeah. Because I think most people have this conviction that life is valuable. Yeah. Most countries and cultures have the conviction that maybe not most, that all life is equal. Maybe that actually isn't true across the board. I don't know.
I mean, I would argue that it's probably not true.
We don't live like that.
Fanciful. I think it's like idealistically. It's like
totally.
I can't remember what conversation I was having recently. Maybe it was with you. I don't think it was with you. But they were talking about how in the Declaration of Independence they talk about like how everybody is equal. Everybody is whatever. And it's like, okay, but when they wrote that, they also didn't think that black people were people. Yeah. So inherently, they don't think that everybody is equal because
from the get-go,
then you have to define what is a person.
What is a people? Oh, yeah, that's crazy.
It's kind of like the whole conversation about pro-life, pro-choice. It's like what is life? What is consciousness? What is like all of these things are very different.
Yeah. You know? What is people? Dang. Is people?
Yeah. Which is what makes the conversation about rights difficult. It's a bit, there's a lot of defining that needs to be done within each.
Well, one you brought up, I think the difference between positive and negative rights is really interesting. Yeah. I know I already kind of went here, but like, do you think healthcare is a right? Because there's a church near us that has like on there, they have like one of those old fashioned little like marquee things. And it says healthcare is a human right. Yeah. And I just wonder, I understand, and I even agree with the spirit of that. Yes. And like why that's up. Yes. And so how is what's the right way to say that? Do you know what I mean?
And then that's what I would go back to what I was originally saying, where it's like with the water, where it's the right to clean water isn't necessarily because of the water itself, but because I value your ability to live. Like I think that your life is valuable. Yes. And in order for a human being to live, they need water. So and so that's the healthcare thing. It's like everyone deserves the right to healthcare because we believe
it's like the right to access healthcare.
Yeah, and also the question becomes, okay, do you think that people should be able to infringe upon someone's access to healthcare? Is there someone that you would see on the street who is sick and you go, you don't deserve healthcare? Like you are struggling with a broken leg, you shouldn't get a cast.
No. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's like, and then why? Because we believe that humans.
I think it's more of a definitional thing. Yeah. Where it literally says in here, in the Claude definition, this idea that like someone else is under obligation to provide. Like if you truly have a right to healthcare, it means someone else has a moral obligation to figure out a way to provide you with healthcare. Yeah. I think everybody should. I want to live in a world where everybody has access to good healthcare. Yeah. But just definitionally, like linguistically, it's not quite what you mean, I guess. So what do we mean? I guess it's the right, it's opportunity. You have the opportunity.
I'm literally looking up
to get to it if you can, to access it if it's available.
Right. There's a lot of words, like you said, that are being thrown out in the definition of right or whatever that need defining in and of in and of themselves, and or there are better words that could be used. So I'm just throwing out these 4 words with their definitions. We've got free will, the capacity to be the ultimate author of your actions, not merely a product of genetics, upbringing, social conditioning, or deterministic causation. It's the question of whether agency is real at all underneath everything else. So free will, agency. A right, still an entitlement. I'll go back over here. A right, justified entitlement. It's external and relational. It exists in relation to others who have the duty to respect it. Having a right doesn't mean you can exercise it or even that you will. Interesting.
Okay.
Opportunity, the material and circumstantial conditions that make an action possible. It's about access, resources, timing, and context. You might have both the right and the will to do something, but the lack of opportunity, blocked by poverty, geography, power structures.
Yeah, totally. Choice,
the act of deciding between alternatives. The choice is what happens when will meets opportunity. They've got to be poetic with it. It implies some degree of agency and awareness of your options. But genuine choice is constrained by what opportunities actually exist. The choice to do something is unavailable. The choice to do something unavailable isn't really a choice.
Oh, sure. Yeah. It's like voting for one person. Yeah. So what were the 4 words you hit? I just want to make sure
free will, but like free will.
Yeah.
Choice, opportunity, and a right.
And a right. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And I'm gonna say that will is basically just like agency, free agency.
I like agency.
Yeah, agency.
Kind of better.
Yeah.
Especially when we're in like religious circles, free will and will have such a complicated side meaning. Okay, right. It's okay. So here's, I think, why this conversation is interesting to me.
Yeah.
Rights are so important to us as Americans.
Yeah.
It's like so central to like who we are.
Yeah.
And I think, like kind of the story, speaking of like the story of America, a big part of what I learned in school, and I went to a conservative private Christian school, was we came to America for religious freedom. Like the freedom to practice religion and have the opportunity, the choice to, be able to live in whatever religion we wanted. Yeah. So rights is just like really baked in for us. Yeah. God is identified in the Declaration of Independence. Yes. Declaration of Independence, not the first lines, but kind of the most iconic ones. Yeah. It starts out, we hold these truths to be self-evident, meaning obvious, like this is obvious to everybody around here, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness.
The pursuit of happiness. Actually, no, yeah, that's correct.
Okay, I guess here's like the second half of the conversation is Christians and rights, right? Because I think it is so funny that the word right also means the opposite of left, and it means right, like affirmative. Yeah. Like if you looked up right, just in Google, like just the Webster like definition of right, there's so many definitions. Or the right thing to do, like the moral thing to do, the opposite of wrong. This is a heavy duty word.
It's an adjective, a noun, an adverb, and a verb.
Wow, that's crazy. I wonder how many words can boast that many designations.
Adjective, correct or factual. You gave the right answer. Noun, a moral or legal entitlement or freedom. LOL. Adverb, exactly or precisely. The keys are right there. I'll be.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Back. To correct a mistake, to restore balance, we need to right this wrong.
That's crazy.
Okay, right.
Okay, right. Go off, queen.
Yeah.
Something I've just observed, and I'm not being critical of this necessarily, is that rights are really important to Christians.
Yeah.
Like kind of politically minded Christians, right? Because we're really proud, I think, to live in this country where we are afforded so many rights. Like we have the right to religion, but the right to religion is not the same as religion. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. I don't know if I'm saying this clearly.
Yes, but where are you going with that?
I guess, okay, what I'm saying is I guess I'm just saying the early church had no rights to do what they were no
legal rights.
No legal rights to practice religion.
Well, yeah, I mean they were being killed for it.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so it's not baked into Christianity to have the support of the government. But we are in a country where it's so assumed. Do you know what I mean? It's so like, freedom of religion. Yeah. Like from day one, like literally from day one, we've been like freedom of religion. Yeah. So it feels baked in here. It feels like, the right to like do our own thing, life, liberty, pursuit of happiness. We're assuming creator has a capital C, like that it is God, right? Yeah. But I just see it as being all kind of tangled and enmeshed.
It's very, very much tangled and enmeshed. I mean, even if you want to go, like you said, the right to religion and religion is different. There have been conversations about Sharia law and like Islam coming over here and, you know, Judaism spreading and all of these things. And Christians are like, not in my Christian country.
Not my Christian country.
And it's like, but you said that you have the right to religion, which means that it's not just your religion. Unfortunately.
It's whatever.
To swallow your pride.
Yeah. And that could go so many different places because it's like, because in the one my mind went to, and we don't have to talk about this because it's like its own episode, but it's like education, right? It's like, what are we teaching kids about sexuality or it's like sexual ethics, right? Yeah. And it's like, well, we're a Christian nation. It's like, well,
well not a Christian.
We're not.
Well, by title, maybe.
We are a nation where you are free to be a Christian.
Yes. Yeah.
But like, not necessarily like have Christian morals and ethics in
post.
But we did for a long time.
We did, but we also weren't America as we know it. For a long time. And I also think like it's interesting because we go that we should, for lack of better words, impose our religious frameworks on people because that's the right thing to do. But then in the Bible, it very much says that you should let people who do not subscribe continue to not subscribe and like do their own thing.
I didn't even think about that angle. That's very interesting.
So it's a very hard thing for people to reconcile because it's like, they're like, well, this is the right thing to do. And like, life would be so much better for everybody if we lived this way. And whether or not you agree with that, it's like, well, actually, God's chilling.
Yeah.
I mean, he would like people to know him and love him, but he said, let him alone.
Yeah.
Let him do what
he's kind of big on liberty.
He's very big. Well, because he wants people to choose.
Yes. So I guess the question is, to what extent, and I don't have an answer to this, and if you don't have an answer to this, it's okay. Question. To what extent should Christians be fighting for their rights?
To party?
Their right to party.
Yeah. It's just every time you say right, I'm like, gotta fight for the right to party.
How much?
What is a Christian right?
What is a Christian right?
Like, what would a Christian define as a right? That would be different from
something that you're entitled to by your creator. And that's the crazy thing. Yeah. It's what has God said? Yeah. This is actually exactly where I wanted to go. Okay. At the end. What has God said you're entitled to? Yeah. Okay. That is an interesting question that I feel like nobody's asking. And I think that's a really good question to ask. And I have 4 verses.
Oh, okay. I was like, let's look at it. You're ready. Okay. I'm ready. I'm sat.
The only time the word right, wait, I didn't fully fact check this. If you do like a search for the word right in the New Testament, not a lot comes up in this sense of the word. So maybe the word right comes up more in other like right and wrong. I'm sure that it comes up in that context, but right in the context that we're using it, I don't think it comes up many more times than what I'm going to read right now. But it's a famous verse, John 1,
I'm going there.
11 through 13.
Hold.
And I'm reading from the NIV.
Okay,
but pick your poison.
I'm on the NASB.
All right. That's actually the other 3 I have are NASB. He came to that which was his own, but his own did not receive him. Yet to all who did receive him, to those who believed in his name, he gave the right to become children of God. Children born not of natural descent, nor of human decision, or of a husband's will, but born of God.
Husband's will is important.
Isn't that interesting? Yeah.
And then so I have my
are you on literal
word? Liberty or power to act, freedom to exercise the inward force or faculty expressed.
So that word exousia that you're tapped on right now, if you look at the other uses of that word in the NASB, it's all authority. Yeah. There's 93 other uses in the New Testament. Yeah. It's every other time it's translated as authority. This is I think it's the only time that it's translated as right. Every other time it's the word authority. Like when it talks about Jesus having the authority to cast out demons in the Great Commission, all authority has been given to me.
Yeah.
It's like, but you can see how authority is connected to the word right, because he is appealing to his Father. Like he is appealing to this like larger, you know, what do you even call it? Like cosmic importance, power, authority. I think power in like the truest sense, like the fullest sense of the word. Like you have the power. It is yours to say how the things are.
Yeah.
Who has authority? What you're allowed to do? What you're not allowed to do? It ultimately comes from God.
Wow. Okay. Authority is a big one too. Refers to the legal or rightful power to command, make decisions, enforce rules, or act on behalf of another. I will say, obviously, right, authority, probably like just partially also not stylistic choice, but like the choice of the English translator to feel like that. I wonder, let me read that verse again.
The John verse?
I wonder if they chose the word right. This is completely conjecture.
Okay.
They chose the word right because the word authority felt wrong. Because
he gave them the authority to become children of God.
Yeah.
Yeah, that feels odd. Right sounds right.
Yeah.
Is that just because I've heard this verse before and it rings right?
Like, yeah.
We got to say correctly instead of right from now on. He gave them the right to become children of God.
Yeah.
It's appealing to a higher power.
Before people receive him. So pre-receiving.
Yeah.
We do not have the right to become children of God. That would just
to
be
those
the
who believed to those who did receive him, to those who believe in his name, he gave them the right. Yeah. So prior to that, we didn't have the right to be children of God.
And right is a what?
An entitlement or a justified claim. That fits in really nicely there.
That does fit in really nicely.
He gave them the entitlement or justified claim in a moral or legal sense.
To become children
of God.
That's
a justified claim.
Yeah, authority feels really weird here. But then would right feel weird in all the other contexts?
Jesus had the right to cast out demons.
Yeah. I guess that's the only other
one I'm
like thinking of.
All rights in heaven and earth have been given to me. Go out and preach the gospel.
Oh wait, this is interesting. Because I'm like, okay, is it the dynamic between God and man that makes it feel weird to say? I mean, definitionally, like in my brain, I'm like, well, of course we have the right.
Yeah.
But in the definition of authority, it also is like the rightful power, command, make decisions, enforce rules, act on behalf of another, blah, 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 blah. Like I have the authority to choose to become.
Yes.
But that feels weird because I'm not God. Like there's this like power play here that makes the word feel very odd. I mean, I would say I'm just playing with the words. I do think right is the right word here. But I'm also like, is that because it feels weird in the context of God giving me anything? Or God commanding it? Is it because it feels weird for me to say I have the authority to become a child of God?
Right. Correct.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah. Right feels, if you are appealing to a right, you are appealing to a higher power. Yeah. I think that is so important to just recognize and name. Yeah. And Jesus does it too. Yeah. That's the cool thing. Yeah. So I don't know why I'm waving my Apple pencil at you all of a sudden.
I like it. It's like, you know what you're talking about.
Jesus is appealing to his Father.
Yeah.
I don't know if the word authority makes sense with God because he's like the ultimate authority. But if God started talking about his rights, like I have the right you'd be like, what are you talking about, again, God of the universe?
I think it's because of that power play. Because it feels, a right feels passive. Like if I'm just born, I didn't do anything to get the right. I'm saying a right has to be given to me or protected. Both of those things are very passive.
Or external to you.
Yeah. I'm receiving this thing, meaning again, I'm going to. And so God is like, well, yeah, you're God. Like, of course you have the right to do something. Yeah. And in the same way, authority feels weird to say here, just playing with this thing. Because when we're talking about the dynamics of God and man and what I am given the choice to do and or not do.
The agency.
The agency to do. It feels weird to say that I have the authority to disobey God or to not choose him.
Or like that's
weird.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
I
yeah.
have the right,
you have the right
to not choose him.
Yeah.
That's I think there's some power dynamics coming into why that feels so funky.
Right feels down here, authority feels up here.
Yeah.
I have the right. I have the authority. It's
which,
like,
even though they're kind of like.
It's the same word in Greek, exousia.
Yeah.
Same word.
It's the same word.
That's so interesting. And they feel so different.
The need to choose, and obviously because English, the context, obviously it probably just flows better. But if every other use of that word is authority, they made a linguistic choice to choose right here.
A pretty unique one relative to how it is. It's 93 other times. I think there's I don't have it all written down, but there's a couple other words. I think power. It gets translated as power a couple times at some point, but most of them are authority.
Oh, there's. What? That's weird.
What does it say?
It says, it's Mark 13:34. It is like a man away on a journey who, upon leaving his house, put his slaves in charge.
Oh, charge. Yeah. In authority.
Domain.
In authority.
Again, everything else is very authoritarian. Jurisdiction.
Oh, there you go.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
And it's weird. I think there's something to my playing here, because if it said, which it does, Jesus gives you the authority over demons. Yeah.
Yeah. But Jesus gives you the rights over demons?
That feels really weird.
Yeah. Because I think we like to think of demons as being subservient to us in a sense.
Yeah, innately.
Yeah.
Because of the authority we have.
Yeah.
And because of the right to be a child of God.
Yeah.
Or the authority that comes with being a child of God.
Yeah. Right.
Correct.
It's so... No, I meant... I was just saying the word right out loud. Interesting. Okay, let me hit these last three.
Yes.
Because the question is, what rights do we have as believers?
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that was the question.
What rights has God declared that we have? The other one, this is a shorter one, Ephesians 2:18. I wouldn't. There's a longer one to look up in a sec. Okay. But for through him we have access to one Spirit, to the Father. So that's one thing we are given through Jesus. We were given like this really beautiful, intimate, close opportunity, ability, agency. Right.
Any of the things.
To access God through the Spirit. The more significant one to me is Romans 8:16 through 17. That one is worth looking up. It's not going to be the word right, but it's the theme of what we're talking about.
Romans what?
Romans 8:16 through 17, and I will be in NASB.
Okay, great. I'm there.
The Spirit himself testifies with our spirit that we are children of God. So this is linked to the idea in John of us being children of God. And if children, heirs, also heirs of God and fellow heirs with Christ. So we are receiving what is coming from God alongside Christ. We are co-heirs with Christ, as if he's like a sibling,
the same authority,
right?
Yeah.
We are co-heirs with Christ, if indeed we suffer with him, so that we may also be glorified with him. So what are our two, again, the word right isn't used here, but what are our two rights that we get as co-heirs with Christ? Suffering.
Oh my God.
And glory, but glory is always talked about in the future sense. It's a future glory.
When you look at it, it says to join in approving with him.
To join in approving.
That's just the little like...
Sorry, you scrolled.
Yeah, my bad. My bad. Take it.
I should have this up on my phone too, because I also used literal word. If indeed we suffer... Oh, to join in approving. Glorified. Wait, I don't understand what I'm looking at.
Glory. I'm assuming if something is glorified, it's approved.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
to join in being approved. It's
so,
my understanding of it. I don't know. But
so, as children of God, what do we get? Suffering. And future glory. Yes. And sometimes present glory. But most importantly, future glory.
We have the right to become children of God. Do we have the right to suffering before we are children of God? And do we have the right... Is our right to suffering and glory instituted after our right to become... Is there like a pathway here, like steps?
I don't know what you mean. It's the path of Jesus, but I feel like that's not what you really meant.
No, yeah. Well, I'm just saying it's interesting. What am I saying? It's like swirling around in my brain. That because we have the right to suffering feels weird because even if you're not Christian, you are going to suffer. Like,
oh, either way. It is Christ-like suffering. It is a very specific brand of suffering.
TM. Suffering TM. Okay.
You know what I mean, right? Like it's
Christ-like
like
suffering.
it is like self-sacrificial, suffering.
But then again, that's
take up your cross
that you could
daily.
Engage in without being a co-heir with Christ, without being a child of God.
In the sense that you could just like lay down your life for somebody without being a Christian. Yeah. I guess you could.
So that's why I'm like,
but you now
have to accept Christ to accept the right to suffer.
To experience the glory.
The glory part. So do you think that's like they come together? Like the Christ TM suffering is a package deal with the Christ TM glory.
I think so.
Okay.
And I think I could probably find other verses that are like link. I think Paul, I don't have verses ready on this, but like Paul links suffering and glory. He's like, it is my glory to suffer for Christ.
Like,
you know,
I'm saying that mostly to figure out why my brain isn't clicking with the right. You're being given the right to suffer.
Oh, like, well, here's the thing. That's not actually in this verse. I just am connecting it.
Oh.
The word right doesn't appear here.
That's correct, actually.
I just wanted to bring up as Christians.
What are rights?
What are we entitled to?
We are entitled to suffering and glory.
Blessed are the persecuted.
Yeah. Oh, Lord. So fun.
So that's one. I won't spend as long on this one, but John 14, 12 through 14. Truly, truly, I say to you, the one who believes in me, the works that I do, he will do also. And greater works than these he will do, because I am going to the Father. And whatever you ask in my name, this I will do, so that the Father may be glorified in the Son. If you ask anything in my name, I will do it. So just on the topic of rights, again, the word right isn't mentioned here, but it's like becoming a child of God. If you ask anything in my name, I will do it. The reason I read so much context is because I wanted there to be the context of like, it's not just anything you know say. It's not just name it and claim it. It's like, it's partnering with God in mission.
So Christians need to stop it.
Need to stop what?
Need to stop demanding rights from everyone. That they have the right to all the things. That's interesting.
So those are those are our rights as Christians. I you know what isn't brought up? The right to comfort, the right to prosperity,
the right to healthcare,
the right to peace in the more like worldly sense of the word, like peace and quiet. Like the right to not be disturbed. That's what I mean by peace.
To not be bothered.
The right to not be bothered is not in the New Testament, or the right to freedom. The right to freedom of religion.
Yeah.
It's not in the New Testament.
Yeah.
Religion is not the same as freedom. Christianity is not the same thing as freedom to practice Christianity. I think that's my my hot take, my mic drop moment.
And correct.
And I think in this country, it's enmeshed.
Well, because of the government whole
being
written
Christian,
being Christian, the whole like written document saying that you have the right, and it was the rights were founded on something endowed by God. It's a whole like, whoa, okay, so God said.
I don't know what to tell you guys. God said.
John Adams told me that. A right, I did because, as you know, my brain is stuck on this right versus authority thing.
Yeah.
A right is something you are entitled to. It exists whether or not anyone grants it to you. Rights are grounded in moral, natural, or legal frameworks, as we've discussed.
This goes against what you said earlier at the beginning.
They're often... No, that's exactly what I said. That it exists whether or not anyone grants it to you.
No, but your whole point at the beginning was... somebody has to grant it to you.
No, my point at the beginning is it's something you already have. Somebody is acknowledging it.
It's protecting it.
It's protecting it. But it's, again, I am not, the government doesn't give me life. I am alive.
Yes.
The point of a right is them acknowledging you are alive and you can keep it.
Yes.
But it's not them.
Yes. Okay.
That was my point.
Gotcha.
And then authority is the legitimate power to act, decide, or command within a particular domain.
Yeah.
It's relational and positional and comes from a role, institution. So now I'm wondering whether that verse is better with the word authority there.
You want to read it again with the word authority? It was John 1:11-13.
He came to, and you read it in the...
I read an NIV, but...
I don't have that on here.
Yeah, I would just do NASB.
He came to his own, and those who were his own did not receive him. But as many as received him, to them he gave the authority to become children of God.
Yeah.
Even to those who believe in his name. And I think that also makes sense in the context of like not being slaves to sin. Like that's just something that we like kind of are before we come to Christ. Like we have the authority over things.
If you really think about the word authority and the word author being in the word authority and like authoring your story and having like agency and free will over your story, he gave us the authorial right to be children of God. And
so this is what I'm walking away with. Your mic drop moment is that the freedom to practice religion is not the religion itself.
Yes.
And my thing is, I think we choose the words right on authority based on whether we think we deserve power or if we think we deserve in that moment to be submissive. Or you know what I mean?
Do you mean to get something?
To get something.
Yeah.
Whether it's still forming in my brain.
A recipient of something.
Yeah.
I have the right to this.
Yeah. Whether we feel like we have the jurisdiction to say.
Yeah.
To go beyond being a recipient.
Oh, yeah.
Which is why I'm like, it's interesting that they're using authority in all of these other verses, but here they used right, even though authority works, because God is saying, hey, I'm giving you the authority over being a slave to sin. I'm giving you the authority to use your free will to become my child. But I think that feels weird to us.
You know what I'm thinking is you have the authority to help provide healthcare for others.
Yeah.
You're talking right versus authority. We're talking about right, something you receive. Authority is kind of almost something you give.
Yeah. So I think, so in our governmental documents and understandings, maybe we're using the wrong words.
Wow. I think we just fixed America. It only took us 250 years.
Shall we for 2028 or
we did
whatever
it.
the thing?
Nah.
Oh my gosh. That is so weird.
What?
Yeah, authority, right.
Yeah.
What did you say? Opportunity.
Uh-huh. And I think agency is another word that I think is...
So what that, like, right to healthcare is really like, you have the authority. Are you saying you have the authority to provide healthcare? Is that how you would phrase it? Or what word would you use there?
It's funny. I was talking to Sam, my wife, about this conversation, and she threw out just a bomb that was just kind of like off the cuff. But she was like, rather than worrying about defending your rights, you should be worrying about defending the rights of others.
Correct.
As a Christian.
Yes.
Like that should be our focus, not like defending our own
personal interests.
Rights, I think is it's kind of a selfish word.
I mean, it is about entitlement.
It's what are you entitled to?
Yeah.
It also is like connected to the idea of like offense for me, of like you like impeded upon my
Free
rights.
Speech.
You coming after my rights?
Yeah.
These are my rights. They're endowed by my creator. They're unalienable.
Wow. Words
versus
are
other people's rights being protected? Are the rights of the people in my community being protected?
So that's a really interesting question when it comes to Christians and their beliefs versus
the world,
the people's beliefs.
Yeah, because
are the rights of my fellow non-Christians being protected when I say that I think all schools should be Christian? Are the rights of my fellow non-Christians being upheld when I'm saying, you should not get an abortion? or you should not be gay, or you should not, like, am I protecting their rights, or am I enforcing?
I think
something
the pushback I'm hearing in my head is like, well, that isn't life.
But
you know, like according to a Christian worldview,
isn't life. That
getting
isn't
an
life.
abortion, living against God's sexual ethic, like that isn't going to lead to life. So we shouldn't be protecting.
But do you have?
I'm not really saying this. I kind of am a little bit.
Yeah. But like, do I have the right to choose death? God gave me the right to choose death.
I think that's really fascinating.
Like we're so.
I think that's really interesting. Yeah, I don't know.
We are so caught up in like what should be right. Like I'm trying to save you, and God's like, don't save her. She don't want to be saved. He's like,
wow. Do we need to let people have the right to choose death?
God explicit. We just read the verse. He said, "I'm giving you the right to become." That's not even to be. That's just like if you would like to choose to be a child of God, I'm giving you that right.
That's so interesting. I've never talked about this on the podcast, but I generally identify as a libertarian. Generally. I'm not saying that's like my party that I like wave the banner for. Yeah. But I do kind of think if you're going to have a country, let's like maximum freedom, like true freedom, like because not everybody's going to have the same worldview. We're coming from a place where we have a Christian worldview. Not everybody does. Mm-hmm. How can we create the most opportunity for everyone to just kind of
do whatever they want,
do their own thing, choose death, choose life?
Yeah.
That's kind of it's, you know, it's very like, it's not that it's passive. It's just like, it's like very live and let live.
I mean, that is literally, that is God.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, God's a libertarian.
That's not to say, hey, put on a sticker. That's my platform for 2028.
No.
That's not to say, I think a lot of people would hear that and go, but God cares. It's like, yeah, God cares. But that doesn't mean he's not going to let, it's like eventually letting your child, like, you've trained your child up and then you let them leave the nest. And it's like, you know what?
Yeah.
I have my thoughts.
Yeah.
But I'm not you. I'm not living your life.
Yes.
I'm going to give you some guidance, but do as you will.
Yeah. We have to stop. This is a crazy note to end on that I'm about to throw out.
Okay.
When you give your life to Christ, you give up your rights. Your rights to be the author of your own story.
Yeah. Well, you say, you know, Jesus, like I give you my life.
Yeah.
Yes. This is
becoming a Christian is giving up your rights.
Yes. That's why when people are like, oh, being a Christian, like people believe in God because they want escapism or because they can't handle. I'm like, no. I don't think you're understanding. Okay. It would actually be a lot easier for me to be a non-Christian. Yeah. I have decided to be completely subservient to something because I trust in its goodness and that it has, you know, whatever, blah, 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 blah. But yeah, no, once I give my life to Christ, I am saying... Mm-hmm. I've given my life to Christ. I have given it over to you. It is now in your hands. Now, a lot of people hear that and be put off. It's like, when I want to have my own choice and he made you, so he knows the desires of your heart and he cares about what you want. And so he's not going to like completely erase your...
Yeah. He's a very loving God.
Very loving. But you do give up this like free will, but it also comes because now you have knowledge of the demonic, the spirit. You know, like when you're not in Christ, you're just living. You know, you're just whatever. You're just going based on what you know. It's like the phrase I used for something completely different. You know better, so you do better. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So when you give your life to Christ, you know better. Yeah. You've given up your right, so you do that. Anyway, I feel like this podcast could go...
This is my actual last thought. I just want to say, this really is like a final thought. I don't want to make it sound like I want to... Sorry, not a final thought and like, please don't say anything after this. I just mean like, it is a concluding thought.
Yeah.
I don't want to make it sound like I want to go back to the days of the early church. Do you know what I mean? I'm very happy to live in this country. You know, I think it could be like a weird flex to be like, why are you guys all so protective of your rights to freedom of religion?
Yeah.
I'm really happy to be here. I just want that to be clear. Like, I'm not trying to be like, it'd be so much better if we were all getting flogged for our like faith.
Actually don't.
Paul would say it would be better.
I don't want to exercise my right to suffer. Actually, I just want the glorified part. Sorry.
I just want to be honest about that because it can sound very like I wish I want to be crucified for the gospel.
Clarifying. I think we do a lot of living life based on assumptions and like general understanding.
Yeah.
And then we go into depth on our general understanding, which means we still don't go very deep.
Yeah.
And so to clarify, actually what we have the rights to is a very freeing thing. And you can argue with your mama about what that, sister. Like, you know, like that looks like and what that means.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like, no, as a Christian, I have the right to choose to be a co-heir with Christ, to suffer with him, and to be glorified with him. Everything else on earth will work itself out in the wash, whether I'm happy about it or not.
That's a good note to end on.
Yeah.
Happy 4th of July, everybody.
I keep looking at the camera.
It's fine.
Happy 4th of July.
See y'all next time.